Are you ready? So many of you all have asked how you learn how to use your cutting machine and some HTV vinyl to create your very own faux rhinestone image. So come on, let me show you. We're gonna start in Cricut Design Space, and we're gonna start going over here to the text feature, and we need Chicago Athletic. I'm gonna make the word honey. Okay, now we need to size our text. I sized mine about 6.5 to 7 inches. That way when I add my starburst, it's about the size I want it to be on the shirt. Now that we have honey in the size that we want it to be, now we need to come up here to the edit button, come down to offset, and all we want is to be able to fill in where we don't have any negative space showing. And if you don't know what I mean, see how we have these little spaces right here? That we don't want that. So we just want to make it big enough so that that's gone. That looks good right there. Now we want to go over here to the shapes button, and we're going to select a circle. This is the part that is time consuming. We do need to change the circle size to 0.177 inches. We're going to duplicate that. Okay, so we're going to duplicate. A few little tricks that you could do is you can come over here and just like highlight a section and group it and then duplicate it, and then you'll be able to just move it over easier. You'll just want to make sure that you ungroup them. It's a little extra step to group and ungroup, but in the end, it's so much faster just to do that. Now you have lots of circles. Another thing is how this is black, this is dark gray, the circles are black. If you want to go and highlight your offset color, it doesn't matter what color you change it to. Just change it to something a little bit lighter. That'll kind of help you to be able to see, to drag it along. And so you're going to want to do the spacing on our first few layers. We want pretty close together. And the more layers we have, the further out we'll go. But for this beginning, we want to be pretty close. You're just going to continue to do this all the way around the word. We have that layer completed. Let's go back up to edit, and we're going to do another offset layer. We need to make it a little bit bigger so that we can add our circles and they won't stick together. That looks pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and apply that. Same thing like we did before. If you want to change the color, pop up there and add a new color. Now we're going to start to go around that the same as we did before, but we're going to let our circles space a little more out this time. We don't want them exactly perfect inside, like spacing wise, because this is like a starburst, so it's kind of, it doesn't need to be like uniform. So you're going to continue to do that all the way around. Now that we have that second line done, this kind of makes you want some mint chocolate chip ice cream, doesn't it? We're going to go ahead and delete all of these extra. We're getting ready to start our third line, and we need to make it a little bit smaller than what it was. So let's go ahead and delete. And we're going to change this circle to 0.130. And then we're going to go ahead and start duplicating again. Okay, we want to click on our offset layer, go back to edit, and we're going to add another layer. That should be a pretty decent size right there. And once again, if you want to change that color, just grab, and we'll begin filling in again. And remember, we did group all of these, so we just need to ungroup them. That layer, I think, is a little further out than I want it to be. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that layer, offset again. Maybe about like that, because that was kind of far out. That's a little better. I'm going to go ahead and change that color. We're just going to continue to do this all the way around. We're going to continue this process. Right now we've done 3 offset layers. You can stop if you want. You can keep going. I'm going to go for probably 1 more. You may want to go 2, 3 more. Each time, just make sure that you make your offset a little bit bigger and the circles a little bit further apart so we get that starburst effect. So you keep working and I'll keep working, and I'll see you back here in a few. Did add a few random sizes and kind of sprinkle them out to get a little bit more of that starburst effect. So now we're going to go through and we're going to hide all of our offset layers because we don't need them. And if we like how that looks, then we're going to grab our word, move it out of the way, select all of our circles, come down here to combined, and we're going to weld those together. And now you should have two separate, looks like we missed one. Now that that's welded together and honey's welded together, we have two separate images, and I think I like how that looks. So I'm not sure what color I'm going to cut this. I don't know what I have back there, but I think I'm going to see if I have pink and green. Go see what I have, and then we can get to cutting. Okay, are you ready to cut? I am. I decided I'm going to use this holographic silver and this metallic puff pink. Hey, don't forget to cut mirror image, okay? It's time to go press. Come on. Okay, remember to do your pre-press to get the moisture out of your material. First, we press the holographic. This is a cool peel. The order that you press it is going to depend on what type of vinyl that you use. I'm using holographic and puff, and the puff can't take temperature for very long, so that's why the holographic gets pressed first, because it gets pressed at a longer temperature. Also, I think I am going to make one in a sweatshirt, teach you how to cut it out, make it all cute and personalized. Okay, this is cool. And now we're going to add our puff. I forgot to turn the temperature down. So we need to let this set for a few minutes. Just adding a pressing pillow, just because this needs a firm pressure. And these auto presses, I don't think get that firm of pressure. So I don't think they're the best for that. I do have a clamshell press, which I love, but the hardest time setting the daggone thing. And changing the temperature, I have the hardest time. So it's set for sublimation, and I just leave it at that. But I need to figure it out because I don't do puff very often, but it doesn't do well on these auto presses, I don't think. But if you have a tip, please let me know in the comments. Since we already have the holographic on here, we need to take a Teflon sheet or parchment paper or pillowcase, something like that, and cover it up to protect that. Time consuming, but so fun, right? I hope yours turned out amazing. Put it in the comments. I can't wait to see it.